Hi, this is Jennifer Thomas with the Metalios Group in Greenwich, Connecticut. And today for our local loop, I wanted to talk a little bit about misconceptions concerning down payment. We have a lot of buyers that are out looking right now in anticipation for the spring market. And a lot of them believe that they have to put down about 20%. But it seems that that's actually a misconception. And I wanted to bring in Jay.Tolisano with Cross Country Mortgage to talk us through a little bit about that.
Excellent. Thank you, Jen, for having me.
Yes.
Really appreciate being on. This is a common misconception. We get it all the time where customers come to us and they think they have to put 20% down. And when we get into their asset profile and we realize they're using all of their funds for down payment and closing costs, sometimes we start having this conversation about, hey, would you entertain maybe putting 10 or 15% down?
Right.
Oh, I didn't know I could do that. So there's a lot of people out there that think, get over a certain price, you have to put 20% down. So this option here that we put together is $1.25 million purchase price, which is a good purchase price for a first-time buyer here in Greenwich, right? And so this customer in this case only wants to or only can put down 10% or $125,000.
Correct.
So how do we put this together so it's best for the customer? We end up giving them what's called piggyback financing. It was really, really popular in the early 2000s. Kind of went away for a few years, but it's back. And so we've got a first mortgage here, which is representative of 80% of the purchase price, so $1 million. And we have a second mortgage here for $125,000, 10%. So the 80% first mortgage plus the 10% second plus their down payment of 10 equals 100% of the value of the home.
Great.
All right. Now, from a product perspective, we can mix it a little bit. The first mortgage can be a fixed rate, 30-year, 20-year, 15-year. Or it can be an adjustable rate mortgage. So you can really use either one on the first mortgage. And on the second mortgage, they can either do what's called a home equity line of credit. A lot of people know what those are. Or we can do a HE loan, which is a fixed rate version of a home equity line of credit.
And this is a really nice option for buyers that don't want to put all of their savings into their home purchase and keep a little bit of cash just for savings or for any renovations or anything that may come up in their home purchase. So that's a really nice alternative. Also, from my point of view, how does this work in terms of the transaction? Can you still close in about 45 days because you are using two separate loans?
Yeah, so you need a little bit more time, but not that much more time, right? So we can do a typical purchase transaction in 21 days or less.
Right.
When you have something like this, yes, I always tell my buyer's agents, listen, factor in 45 days, thereabouts. And that usually works because in this market, typical closing time frames can be longer anyway. But yeah, I would say 45 days for a situation like that. And that's still
a very pretty quick closing in today's standard anyways. So that's
Absolutely.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Jay. I hope this helps you with any misconceptions that you had with down payments. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me for your real estate needs and of course to Jay for any of your mortgage needs.